The voters in Scotland have spoken.
And a mysterious murder in Houghton. I'm Dorsey Sprouse.
And I'm Samantha Cretans, and this is your Public Eye News. The new iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus have been released into stores today. Crowds from all across the nation camped out to get their hands on Apple's newest addition to the iPhone family. The Best Buy and Marquette had their customers schedule various appointments to pick up their new phones. The iPhone 6 includes a 4.5-inch screen, while the 6 Plus has a screen of 5.5 inches. The new iPhones are on back order until Apple releases more into the stores. And the Hockey on Third parade occurred on Thursday to celebrate the kickoff of hockey season. Hundreds of local players paraded down 3rd Street. Players from the high school team, the university team, and the various club teams were included in the parade. The parade is also a symbol for the beginning of the Old Timers Hockey Tournament. Ryan Rippey, co-director of the Old Timers Hockey Tournament, said, quote, I think it just kicks off the whole year. It just gets the kids fired up, end quote. This is the 7th year of the tournament and the 5th year of the parade. The Old Timers Hockey Tournament will run through Saturday.
A 48-year-old female was pronounced dead at the scene of a crime of a stab wound in Hubble when police arrived at 3:30 a.m. today. A 14-year-old girl who made the 911 call was also found with multiple stab wounds and has been transferred to Aspirus Keweenaw Hospital. The suspect, a 42-year-old male, has fled the scene but was caught a few hours later by deputies. He's currently in custody at the Houghton County Jail on aggravated assault charges. The case is still under investigation and crime scenes are currently being processed. More information will be released when it becomes available. A convicted murderer pleaded guilty yesterday to escaping from a Michigan prison last February. 41-year-old Michael Elliott also pleaded no contest to kidnapping and carjacking charges. He will be representing himself at a trial later in October. A sentencing date has not yet been set. Elliott was captured in LaPorte County, Indiana, after escaping from the Ionia Correctional Facility, stealing a Jeep, and taking the woman inside hostage. He had been serving life in prison for the first-degree murder in a 1993 shooting of 4 people, to which he says he is innocent.
And a body found in a plastic drum at a storage facility in Detroit may be that of a woman missing since June, according to police. The body was found on Thursday at the travel trailer storage in Wayne County after the police executed a search warrant of the area. Investigators believe that the barrel had been filled with sand and secured with a concrete cap. The police believe the body may be that of 22-year-old Teresa DeKaiser. DeKaiser was last seen by her boyfriend. Authorities hope to have identified the body by later today. And Democratic candidate Mary Burke's job plan has entire sections that are identical to those put forward by Democrats in other campaigns. Burke has been accused of plagiarizing the material in her plan by other Republicans. A spokesman for Burke stated that this campaign did not know of the issue until it was reported late Thursday by the website BuzzFeed. The person who was responsible for the plagiarized material is no longer a part of the campaign for Burke. Governor Scott Walker's campaign manager, Stephen Thompson, stated, quote, it is a sad day in Wisconsin when the Democratic nominee for governor misleads voters by offering a plagiarized jobs plan, end quote. And after the break, we'll have your national and international news. Stay tuned.
Next time on the Roosevelts, D-Day.
Give strength to their arms, stoutness to their hearts.
A weary president goes to Warm Springs.
He is relaxed and able to rest.
And Eleanor carries on.
Courage is more exhilarating than fear.
The final chapter of the Roosevelts, an intimate history.
Don't miss it, Saturday evening at 8.
And welcome back. Authorities say a man who has spent some time in prison for killing his son killed 6 of his grandchildren and his daughter before taking his own life. Gilchrist County Sheriff Robert Schultz says that the man, Florida resident Dan Spirit, called 911 Thursday afternoon and then committed suicide when a deputy arrived. The bodies of his daughter and her 6 children were found on the property as well. Spirit had a criminal record in Tampa and was arrested in 1990 on charges including misdemeanor battery, drug charges, and child deprivation. And large sections of Texas remain under flash flood watches. In the Austin area, the search resumes today for a sheriff's deputy. Fred Cantu of affiliate KEYE is in Austin, where another round of heavy rain is expected.
Yes, Travis County authorities say the sheriff's deputy was out here on this road looking for stranded motorists at the height of the storm. And they say at one point more than an inch of rain fell in just half an hour. At the height of the torrential storm that drenched Austin with more than 5 inches of rain, Travis County authorities say a sheriff's deputy disappeared, likely overrun by the surging floodwaters. As weather conditions deteriorated, rescue crews were forced to temporarily call off the search.
They found the car submerged in the water. It was shortly after that that the water went down enough that they could see that there was no one in the vehicle.
Cell phone video captured the spot where the patrol car was found, but no sign of the officer who radioed for help that her vehicle was being washed away.
We're still hoping that we're going to find her on the riverbank waiting for us to come pick her up.
Across central Texas, the relentless rainfall left streets submerged and made driving dangerous. Police say the severe weather set off this violent collision in Houston. Firefighters cut open the roof of this car to free a woman trapped inside. The slick road sent cars flying into rain-filled ditches. No serious injuries were reported. Search crews will likely have to deal with more severe weather as rain is again forecast for the Austin area.
Thousands of American forces will be heading into Africa over the next 30 days to help treat Ebola victims. The team will be setting up facilities and training teams to help treat the patients. General Ray Odierno stated that the deadly disease has spread faster than originally thought. President Barack Obama has pledged to send out 3,000 troops to the area. The U.S. military commander and a small team have already arrived in Liberia to assess the situation before the rest arrive. Before the help arrives, the Army needs to take the appropriate health safety precautions to operate safely in the area. And the voters in Scotland have spoken, saying no to independence from the United Kingdom. Now Scotland's leader says he's stepping down. CBS's Alfonso Van Marsh has more from the historic referendum from London.
Campaigners who said no to Scotland's independence went wild when they heard they'd won.
Because we know that we're proud Scots, but we're proud to be British and we're better together.
The majority of Scottish voters rejected the referendum to end Scotland's 307-year partnership with the United Kingdom.
I'm a bit heartbroken now, to be honest.
Scotland's First Minister Alex Salmond led the independence campaign. Hours after the defeat, he announced his resignation.
I think that party, parliament and country would benefit from new leadership.
British Prime Minister David Cameron says he's relieved voters decided to stay with the United Kingdom and says he will follow through on his promise to give Scotland's Parliament more power.
We will ensure that those commitments are honoured in full.
Scotland native Richard Gladstone and other Londoners say they're happy with the result.
To lose Scotland, we would have lost everything that we stand for.
Britain's Prime Minister says now's the time for all of the United Kingdom to come together and move forward. Alfonso Van Marsh, CBS News, London.
Alibaba's stock has risen 36% in the Chinese e-commerce powerhouse's debut on the New York Stock Exchange. It opened at $92.70 per share this morning, having been settled yesterday at a price of $68 per share. Alibaba's value is at $168 billion and had raised $21.8 billion in the offering, one of the world's biggest ever. And a wildfire that has driven nearly 3,000 people from their homes in Northern California is fortunately not spreading as quickly as it has been in previous days. Officials say the blaze is 60 miles east of Sacramento, and 10% of it is contained and currently burned through 119 square miles as of this morning. It is threatening about 12,000 homes around the community of Pollock Pines, though there are yet to be any reports of damage. Authorities have accused 37-year-old Wayne Allen Huntsman is scheduled to be arraigned this afternoon on arson charges. And after the break, we will have your weather and sports. Stay tuned.
What if news wasn't just a commodity,
but a commitment?
The fiscal cliff is a fiscal suicide.
Why shouldn't we explore every side of the story?
The Syrian army had pulled back.
Where can you turn for news you can trust?
How do we make sense of something like this?
On PBS, we believe journalism should never stop asking questions.
Give to your PBS station and support independent journalism.
We answer to no one but you.
Hello everyone and welcome to your Public Eye News weather. My name is Justin Burkle. I'm having a great day and I hope you are too. Looking around campus, it looks absolutely gorgeous outside, so take advantage of it. Currently we have 63 degrees under sunny skies, winds coming out of the south at 12 miles per hour, and the pressure is falling at 29.93. Tonight, we're going to have thunderstorms, a low of 59 degrees with winds coming out of the south at 12 miles per hour. And tomorrow, rain, high of 66 with winds coming out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour. Looking around the area, we have 57 degrees and cloudy skies in Sault Ste. Marie. Manistee is 58 degrees under cloudy as well. Escanaba, 60 degrees and sunny. 70 degrees over in Menominee. 63 in Ironwood, and then 65 Ironwood, Houghton 64, and 63 in Marquette. And taking a look ahead, we have Sunday, a high of 53 degrees, a low of 40, and rainy conditions. Monday, high of 63, low of 48, and sunny conditions. And Tuesday, we'll have high of 63 degrees with a low of 46 and sunny skies. So Dan, what's going on with those Wolverines?
Oh, they're looking pretty good this weekend. This weekend, the University of Michigan Wolverines are going to be taking on the University of Utah Utes. Brady Hoke's team is looking for a win to propel them into next week when they face Minnesota. A loss in this game could cause the Wolverines to go into a downward spiral. The Wolverines are looking to meet the lofty expectations of the university, the fans, and the coaches this week. This weekend, the AL Central will be heating up as the first-place Detroit Tigers take on the second-place Kansas City Royals in a 3-game series. The Tigers are looking for a good performance out of the starting pitchers, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. Both these teams have the talent to win, and with only 10 days left in the regular season, this series will surely be one to watch as both teams battle it out for a spot in the playoffs. Jameis Winston just can't seem to stay out of trouble. This past week, he drew fire and a half-game suspension from the university for quoting this year's possibly most played-out meme. This isn't the best time for Winston to be acting out, being that he is still under investigation for a 2012 rape accusation. In the wake of all this, the backup quarterback will see the most first-team reps since he ran the offense during spring practice. The team will be taking on Clemson this weekend in Tallahassee. So, Dorsey, I hear video games have a new home.
Well, a temporary home, but a home nonetheless. When people think of museums, usually they think of Picasso, but maybe it's time to start thinking of Pac-Man instead. A community development board near Dallas, Texas has approved of a $1 million plan to back the nation's very first video game museum. The Video Game History Museum will be housed in a renovated local museum set as a testing ground for a much larger home in Frisco, Texas. There will be a collection of consoles and memorabilia from Pong to Pikmin. And it looks like Washington, D.C. is going to be getting a little more 420 friendly, if you know what I mean. A new survey conducted by the Washington Post found that residents of Washington, D.C. and the surrounding area favor legalizing marijuana by nearly a 2-to-1 margin. The ballot issue is going to be put to a vote this November, but even if it does pass, Congress could block the initiative from taking effect. So it seems like marijuana legalization is really starting to catch on across the country.
Oh, it's definitely catching on over the country, indeed, and it's definitely something we should look into as alternative medicine.
Definitely, I hear that a lot as well.
Great stories, nonetheless, from around the country about the possible benefits of marijuana and anything you can do for kids. So, but that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us in your Public Eye News, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.